Are you high right now? You been using drugs or drinking? Okay, good. Sign right there. Pretty fancy fingernails you got there.
I need to get them done.
Okay. I am investigating the homicide of Johnny Clarke and Lisa. Okay? I know we talked on the phone like the day of or the day after the homicide. Okay? Do you remember?
Correct, yes.
We talked over the phone for a few minutes. I want to go back now, okay? I want to go back to the circumstances where you purchased that car from Johnny and what happened with him getting the car back. I need to know exactly what happened. First of all, how long have you known Johnny? Had you known Johnny?
Well, I had known of him since probably '09, but I actually really started maybe hanging out with him in last summer of 2010, the summer of 2010.
Okay. Under what circumstances did you guys meet? How did you meet?
Mutual friends.
Who was that?
Honestly, I just know him, like, I don't, it's kind of,
Like, did you know him through, did you know Lisa first?
No.
Did you know Johnny's friends and then you guys hooked up?
Honestly, I think I was hanging out with his cousin.
Who's that?
Lacey.
Okay. Okay. So you guys started hanging, I mean, was this a physical relationship? Were you guys ever dating or
No.
sleeping with one another?
We slept with each other once. But
You did?
It wasn't anything, yeah.
Well.
No, I know, but it wasn't like, no.
Is this while he was seeing Lisa?
No. They had broke up for a while.
Okay. So.
They were really like touch and go, like.
All right.
Back and forth.
So they had broke up. And then you slept with Johnny, but only once.
Once, yeah.
Okay. All right. Did you use with Johnny pills?
Yeah.
Smoke weed?
Yeah.
Did you buy your weed from Johnny?
No.
Did you buy your pills from Johnny?
No.
Who'd you buy your weed from? I mean, I know all the players in this thing.
Yeah,
I really do.
No, I know you do. But see, there's a lot of, like, with this whole situation, like, I'm from the east side. I'm not from the south side. So, like, a lot of people over there I know, I really don't know them, though. Because
Okay.
they won't, like, talk to me. They won't have nothing to do with me because I am from the east side.
All right. So, okay, after Johnny and Lisa broke up, you guys sleep together. Did you still see Johnny every so often at a...
We just, like, like, bumping each other, like, out and about, you know.
Okay.
But, like, we didn't really hang out or nothing like that.
Johnny had some good friends.
Johnny had a lot of good friends.
Right. He had, one of his good friends was Tiffany. Did you know Tiffany?
yeah, you know I know Tiffany. Her child's father is killed at my house. So, I know Tiffany.
Okay.
And we don't get along.
You don't get along with Tiffany. Now, you got arrested that night.
Yeah, for obstruction of justice.
For what? Not saying anything?
Yeah.
Not talking?
Yeah.
And then they dropped the charges.
They wanted me to identify the people that had walked into my house, and I didn't know them. And
Okay.
I knew of them from seeing them at, like, house parties, but I never actually, like, hi, how you doing? What's your name?
Okay. All right. So, yeah, that all happened at your house.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't own that house, though.
No, it was an apartment.
Yeah, in the apartment. Okay. So you know Tiffany, you don't like her. She doesn't like you?
No, I don't have no personal problem with her. I don't have any reason not to like her. I think she doesn't like me because everything with Donald, and then everything that's going on with her and Aaron.
Okay.
Because Aaron's my ex-boyfriend. So,
Okay, we're gonna get to that too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So do you know Zach? You said you know Zach. You've known
Zach's one of my
Zach.
best friends.
Okay. Let's talk about Zach.
He's young. That's one of my very best friends.
When you say best friends,
I just trust him.
you're older.
Yeah, I'm 21.
I mean, you're 4 or 5 years older than Zach.
Yeah.
How can you guys be such good friends? How'd you guys meet?
Through EP. But Zach, he doesn't, I don't know how he is when you've talked to him, sir, and when he's with his mom, like, he might play the part of trying to act young, but he doesn't have like a young mind. We talk. I don't know how to explain it honestly. Like
He acts older than he is?
Yeah,
he's streetwise?
He's mature. He's mature.
Okay.
You know, obviously he has a baby, so.
Right.
Well, I know some people that are 30 years old, kids that aren't mature, but,
Right.
you know.
Well, I know. So, Zach, did you use pills with Zach?
Like a while ago.
Percocets and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you still use that stuff?
No.
You're not on perks anymore? Okay.
I got arrested last month, and I had to sit in here for like a week, and it made me detox.
You got arrested on the Oregon stuff?
No.
What'd you get arrested for?
Well, they charged of drug trafficking, but it got amended. So they had like drug abuse, maybe, I think. I don't even remember what they charged me with.
What other friends of Zach's do you know? You know Anthony Watson? Chris Watson?
I know Chris Watson, yeah.
How do you know Chris Watson?
Just from around.
How'd you meet him? If you don't know Anthony, his brother.
Oh, you're talking about Tone.
Well, Tone.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
I don't.
Tone.
It's just the
So
names
you know
sometimes-
Tone and Chris?
Yes, I know them.
How do you know those guys?
Being on the South End. I don't know how to, like, a lot of these people I know are just from, like.
Just hanging with other people?
Yeah, you know, and you just randomly meet, and then if you start talking to that person, you guys get cool and hit it off, and you exchange numbers, and you're
Okay.
friends.
All right. Ed Murray? You know Lil Ed?
And with the
Yeah.
skin and the red, yeah.
Okay.
See, there's a lot of people I don't know their last names, so.
Okay. What about Yaki? What's that Yaki's dude's name? Matt Yaki?
Yeah.
You know Matt?
Yeah.
Know him on site?
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's straight as a freaking arrow. I
Yeah.
swear he is. I really laugh because he's just like, he's corny. Because he's in the National Guard.
You're bigger than he is.
That's what I'm saying.
You could probably kick his ass, couldn't you? I know you could. All right. So you know basically same people Zach knows.
Right. Yes. We had like basically because I was around like for a few years over there.
Okay.
So it's kind of like we all overlap each other. So.
When you were, I mean, did you and Johnny actually date?
No, we never dated. We never like went out together. That was like a fluke.
It just happened?
It was a fluke. Yeah.
Okay, it
That's
just
why it was
happened.
only
But you were around him enough to know what Johnny was like.
Yeah.
You know,
Like his character.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I heard Johnny liked to talk.
Yeah.
Is that true?
He like exaggerated a lot of things.
Like what? What did he ever say to you? Like what
He
kind
would
of
exaggerate about like money and just like little stupid stuff that really doesn't matter, but it can't do no harm maybe, but it matters because it's not the truth. So it's still, you're not being 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly though, at the same time though, I don't know, I mean maybe he wasn't exaggerating about money before and like,
What did he
it's
say?
his status in life basically.
What did he say? Like what would he say? Like what?
Maybe I'm trying to think. And here's the waste in my head too. Oh, that shit's crazy. He would just talk about like he just gas money basically. He never been like say no dollar amounts or anything, of course, but he's always like, you know, he's not hurting out here. But I think he really was though.
Yeah.
Because I know he had a really, really bad pill habit. I mean, it was bad. It was to the point where he was, you know.
So you knew Johnny before he started seeing Lisa too?
No, I
No?
didn't. No.
No.
Ever since I've known Johnny, it's always been Johnny and Lisa.
Okay. Did when they broke up, Johnny and Lisa, he was still living with his mom and dad then?
Yes.
Did you see Johnny much after he moved in with Lisa?
When he moved to her mom's house?
Yeah.
No. Me and Johnny, last time I talked to Johnny was probably, the first or second week of December maybe. That's even pushing it.
Okay.
I think it was the first week.
So he had moved in with Lisa by then?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. But I know that the only thing I know him and Lisa living together, before this incident happened, was they had an apartment together by Southwick Mall.
Right.
And I knew that they lived together there, but I didn't know he was living with her at her parents' house.
Okay. Had you ever been to Lisa's house?
No.
Had Zach
Her
ever?
apartment, yes, but not her parents' house.
Not her parents' house?
No.
Zach had never taken you there?
No. I don't even know where it's at.
Okay. You talk to Zack a lot on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
I know. I call him all the time. It's my little.
What are you guys talking about?
I
Pills?
just tell him random
Weed?
stuff. No, I don't get my pills and weed off of him though. That's what's so crazy. But
So you've talked to Zack a lot since this whole thing's happened.
that's like Zach's like, my family knows Zack. My kids know Zack. Like they love him.
What's Zack been like since the homicide? How's he been active?
The same.
Same as always?
Yeah.
But I know Zack's got a real bad pill problem.
Real bad. That's why I'm glad he's in juvenile right now. I just actually, unless they took my letter, there's I wrote Zack a letter, and I told him like, you know, I think this is what is, everything happens for a reason. You know, maybe you can't see the reason right now. Maybe 10 years down the road you'll finally be able to see it. But everything does happen for a reason. And that little 10 days or however many days he has, you use that to detox, and that by the time you come out you'll be fine, and you won't, you know, be still having to go through this and argue over money with your mom and just stupid stuff, you know. And it's just it's not worth it.
Has he told you that we've interviewed him a couple times?
Yeah, I'm real close with his family. I'm really close. Like
did
his
he tell
grandma
you?
loves me.
Okay. Of whatever, I forgot her name. Novella?
Yeah, Novella.
Yeah.
She's granny to me.
Did he tell you took a polygraph?
Yeah, he said he took a polygraph, and you guys said he was too high, but he said he was tired. I don't know.
Well,
see, this is what Zack only tells me certain things because he knows that I'm gonna ride his ass. Period. Point blank. Like I might not be a perfect person, but I know what mistakes I've made in life, and if I can prevent him from making any of the same mistakes I've made, or even start going down the same path that I've made, I'm not gonna let him. Like I'm not gonna personally sit there and just watch him fuck his life up. Like I'm not going to, because I love Zack. So I'm gonna sit there, and he knows if he does something that's messed up, I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him about himself. If he's disrespectful to his mom, me and him get into it, and I'm gonna beat your ass, Zack. I don't care how big you are, you know. And his mom and his grandmother, they both love me. They both, you know, always pull me aside, like, will you please just try to help Zack? And you know, I've been trying to get him in school, all this, and it's, I don't know.
Well, so Zack told you about the time we picked him up and we took him for a polygraph and he fell asleep, so they canceled it. Did he tell you about that?
Yeah.
Did he tell you about the other one he took?
No. But I don't. He might have, and I might just not like. Cause I just know polygraph. I try not to talk to people about this situation, sir, because it's like, I don't want to be in other people's problem with it if whatever they're into with it or what, you know.
So Zack never told you that he took another polygraph and he flunked. Ever told you that? Okay.
That's crazy.
Does that surprise you?
Huh? Yeah, it does.
It does surprise you?
It only surprised me, but then again, I don't know how polygraph tests work. You know, I know.
Well,
they go off
polygraph, right? They work off with your body.
your body rhythm.
The way your body reacts to certain things, like there's things you can't hide.
Right.
So, like if I gave you one and asked you about something, and I mean, you sat there and said you tried to breathe and all this.
Yeah,
stuff.
it's not like the movies.
No, well, you know, I may sit here, I may believe you when you say no, or you may say something to me and I may believe you. But you can't fool that.
Yeah, because.
But anyway, so I just thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah, Zack, he took another one. He didn't fall asleep or anything, and he flunked. He flunked that test. So it's just interesting. You're a close friend of his, and you guys talk a lot. And I was just wondering, maybe he brought something up to you that might be of use to me. Well, okay, think about it. Let's go back. Let's go back.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just
That's
really.
all right.
I think it's something like, you know.
Okay, let's go back. Let's talk about the car.
Okay.
All right. So
That's-
when did you start talking to Johnny about buying his car?
It wasn't that I started talking to him about it. This is the situation. This is the time I was actually living with Zack, like staying at his mother's house for a little bit. Like
You were?
I wasn't like moved in. All my stuff's here.
So okay.
I was in between places. To
So
stay
you're
for a
sleeping
couple
with
months.
Zach too?
No, I was staying at his house.
You're staying at Zach's
Yeah, I'm
house?
staying at his house.
You know he's a juvenile.
Yeah.
You sleep in the same room with him?
No, that's why
Okay,
I'm
all right.
really good with his friends with his mom.
All right,
and
you're friends with Renee.
so
Okay.
she knew that I was in between places to stay, so I stayed there for a couple weeks. And Johnny came over the one night, and it was 2 days before Thanksgiving, I want to say.
Okay.
Maybe 3 days. 2 days, yes, 2 days, because the next day was Black Friday. The next evening, everybody went shopping for the Black Friday thing. Or something. It was like, yeah, 2 days before Thanksgiving. Well, we were all at Zack's house, you know, smoking. And we go to IHOP, airport. Excuse me, sir. And
Who goes to IHOP?
me, Zach, and Johnny.
Okay.
Johnny had me drive there because he couldn't drive. So I drive there, and we just get talking. And he was like, "If you want to buy this car, you can." And I was like, "Oh, really?" Like,
So you guys went in Johnny's car, but you drove
yeah, I drove to IHOP.
in Johnny's car.
Mm-hmm. With Johnny though.
Okay.
Johnny wanted me to
but-
drive. He just couldn't drive. So I drove his car,
Okay.
and we talked. And he brought up. He said he told me I can buy his car if I wanted to. And I said, well, you have to let me, you know, get the money together a little bit.
Did he say how much at that time?
Yep, $1,500.
Okay.
And that's the only reason why I bid down on the offer was because it was an 06 Sebring for $1,500. Like, but this is the thing though. I told Johnny that night because he was kind of like high, and I told him like I'd rather wait till tomorrow morning till you sober up, because I don't want to give you this money, and you say fuck me basically, because I want to go get the title notarized, you know, before I do anything.
Okay.
So the whole entire time I mean, basically, I felt like he was putting me in a corner because he kept begging me to buy the car off him. Like, he really needed the money. I really need the money. I really need the money. I'm like, okay, well, I had the $1,500, but I didn't want to give him all my money, so I told him I'll give you half.
Where'd you get that kind of money?
Huh?
Where'd you get $1,500?
Just from, like, you know, holidays and stuff.
No.
But,
No.
I don't know, just from around. But, so I tell him that, you know, I'd rather wait. Well, he just pestering me, will not stop. Like, he's begging me, like, he's really literally begging me. Like, and I was, Johnny, like, what if you just, you know, take off with my money, you know? And so by the time we got back to Zach's house, we reached an agreement that I'd give him half money, $750. Well, I'd give him $750.
Okay.
Yeah, it's half. And that I would give him the other $750 and when I had it, basically. And then it was a big situation with his mom. His mom is like certifiably crazy.
You're talking about?
Maite?
Yeah.
Yeah, certifiably crazy. Like, before this happened, she was nuts. Like,
Okay.
and she just, I don't know, she don't like anybody, and she always has something negative to say about people.
Is she protective of Johnny?
It'd be protective, yes, because that's his mom, but at the same time, like, it's, like, incorrect, you know, like how she comes, kind of, like, she assumes stuff a lot, or she hears something from her, like, nieces and nephews, she either, like, takes heed to it and believes anything they say. Well, not everything you hear on the streets is true. 95% of it is bullcrap.
When you were with Johnny in the past, when you would spend time, did she call him a lot? Was she calling on the phone?
Yeah, it would depend though, like what the situation was when he had left being around her. Like, if they were okay, like on good terms, she'd just leave him alone.
So they'd fight and argue?
Yeah, cause she's like real life
Overbearing.
Yeah, really overbearing though. But she just assumes stuff a lot, like,
Okay.
and it's automatically, she always has something to say about everybody that, and she don't leave the house. Like, you stay on she gets on Facebook all day long. That's all she does. And like, she's on, like, there's a website, she's crazy for real. And I understand, like, right now, you know, being a mom myself, like, I couldn't imagine, I could not even fathom what she was going through. You know, not only losing his son, but losing his girlfriend who he was also close with.
Right.
I mean, that's, you're not supposed to outlive your kids, you know, and that's like one of the worst things that I can even think of feeling in my heart. So I mean, I do understand, like, now, but at the same time, before, you were just as bad, you know, and you just directed it towards Johnny, and like, she would flip out on him though, like, freak out on him, where Johnny would be like, I can't deal with her. And that's probably part of the reason, honestly, why he wouldn't, you know, turn to drugs like he did, because his home life was stressful. His dad is, you know, tough to I know the family Johnny comes from probably influenced him to live the lifestyle that he lived.
It's possible. It's possible.
He probably owed money to a lot of people.
He might have.
Like I'm not talking about like a few hundred. I'm probably like thousands.
Well, we'll discuss that in a second. So you give Johnny the $750 right then?
Yeah, that night I gave it to him.
So you what? Had to go home and get it and brought it back?
No, I was staying with Zach.
Oh, so you got it from Zach's house. You gave him the money.
Mm-hmm.
Did you take the car right then?
Yeah.
How'd Johnny get home?
I dropped him off.
So you took the car and dropped Johnny off.
Correct.
At home?
Yep, at his mother's house.
And then you immediately got a phone call from Mom?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Was she pissed that you bought that car?
Yeah.
What exactly did she say to you? I've talked to her about this.
Yeah.
Did she say that you drugged him? That you drugged him and then got the car from him or something like that?
She said that's what she said, but I didn't drug Johnny though. That's what my day she knew what Johnny was doing. She didn't know really. She knew. I don't know if she knew about the perks like as bad as they were.
Right.
You know, like I don't.
Johnny's dad, I think, knew what was going on.
Yeah, because he was a lot easier to handle, you know, and to talk to and stuff like that. And you know, he wasn't mad all the time like Maite, so he didn't have that cloud of judgment.
Okay. All right, so you drop him off at home, you get into it with Maite. You take the car, how long do you stay with Zach after that?
Well, that was the week of Thanksgiving. Actually, I moved out of there the first week of December because I got a house. That's why I was staying there, because I was waiting to save for
So
money
where'd
to
you
get a
move
house.
to?
To the east side on Berry Street.
What was the address?
707 Berry.
So you moved to 707 Berry with the car?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you've got the car.
Well, see, that night, everything was like, you know, on eggshells with Maite about the car.
Right.
But the next day, things were fine. Like, it was a big deal, but it wasn't a big deal because she knows Johnny made that decision, and
Okay.
she couldn't.
Well, it was Johnny's car.
Exactly.
He bought that money with his money, or bought that car with his money.
She was just trying to, you know, be a mom, and I understand though.
She
and
was
I told
looking
that
out to
person,
make
like,
sure that he didn't get
honestly,
taken.
I didn't even want to buy the car. Like, I felt Johnny just would not stop. Like, he was so incessant. It was just, I just like, shut up, here, take it. Like, I don't even care. I do need a car. I got the money for it, so just shut up, please.
Okay.
Like,
So you never got it transferred into your name?
no, never got it switched over because
So,
I was gonna wait till I finished paying him.
All right, so you didn't pay him the rest because
The tire fell off.
did you hit something?
No.
Did you
No.
hit a pothole?
No,
Did you
I
hit a
was
guardrail?
driving. No, I didn't hit anything.
How long after you bought the car did the wheel fall
Like
off?
a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
This is after you moved to Berry Street?
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
wheel falls off.
I wasn't even driving the car because I don't have my license. I was having my friend drive it because he's licensed and insured. And we're on Detroit, coming like underneath the viaduct. Well, Fearing turns to Detroit, by Nettie's. That's exactly where we're, right in front of Nettie's. And he was actually slowing down, and I smelled like burnt rubber. So I'm like, what the heck is that smell? And the next thing I know, we're just like boom, boom, and it's just like out. And when my mechanic looked at it, he said whoever had the struts done, and whoever did the struts, the mechanic was like a
Idiot?
mechanic,
Okay.
and they put it back on. It made like the tie rod snap, so it just like snapped.
Okay.
There was some
So-
or something.
You tell Johnny the wheel falls off?
Yeah.
So did you call him right away?
Yep.
And you
That
tell
night.
him
I told him that
fix
night.
the car?
No.
What'd you tell him?
I told him I didn't know at the time that that's what was wrong with. Until the next day, I had my mechanic come look at it, and then me and Johnny actually got into an argument over the car around this period of time.
Okay.
Because he wanted the rest of the money for the car, and I told him like, well, it's broke. If my mechanic says it'd be $1,000 to fix it. I said this, that, whatever. This was a pre-existing problem. I said it's kind of bullcrap, and I said so we exchanged words, and he came and got the car. His father came and got the car.
Do you remember when that was?
First week of December, second week.
So Mr. Clarke
Mr. Clarke, yes.
came and